Hello. The 31st, some certain little special day. A bunch of kids get to run around and get a bunch of sugar, and the teenagers get to run around and act like stupids. Stupider than usual. I made peanut butter and jelly sandwiches because, you know, what says kid at heart like peanut butter and jelly sandwich? But anyways, so yeah. I got a little request for a video. I'm not sure how well that's going to go. I have something to drink. So I'm not sure how that's going to go, but I'm going to do it because, well, I said I would, and I like to stick to my promises. Oh God, I'm going to make everyone hungry that watches this. Had chips yesterday, got PB&J today. Anyways, talk about pizza and Denny's with bacon milkshakes and, well, that's my life. So, set my coffee down on the car keys. Big old coffee cup, didn't see the tiny little keys behind it. So, yeah, I have this really weird thing. I think I've finished my dailies. Now, I'm not really interested right now into doing futile dailies. Like, why do the tillers? Because, well, I'm exalted with them, and I don't need any more of those dumb lesser charms. And while I was making the sandwich, I was like, oh, I did the golden lotus, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go to Shadowpan, which is where I'm gonna be flying out to now. Because, you know, it's Shadowpan. There's like 5 dailies that are really fast. But anyways, so I'm developing a canker sore. Whatever. I know it's disgusting. But yesterday it had that like internal spell twisting. I don't know if anybody can visualize what a spell twisting feels like. No. Yeah, but it was like inside the lip, and it was growing and growing and growing and growing, and I'm just like, oh God, I know what this is. Body's trying to attack something inside my lip. And there's only one thing I know of that can do that. That wouldn't do that. So I told the boyfriend, no kissy kissy, because I'm getting a thing on my lip. And he's like, oh. I'm like, well, you know, don't really want to pass it. I know you get them too, but. So my later video is going to be about at least my take on Asperger's and religion. I'm going to hope to God people don't take this as fact, because, well, this is my view, and this is how I view logic. And while I'm not a theologist by any means, I definitely do have a bigger background than the average person. I'm hoping to escape out of here because our apartment complex is kind of big, and I'm not necessarily sure if the parents are going to be bringing their kids here. And we don't have any candy. Tomorrow we'll have candy. Tomorrow I'm waking up and I'm going to figure out what time Freddy's open. I think it's 9. I'm going to get up damn early. I'm going to go get some cheap-ass candy. I did at Walmart last year. I was floored. And came home with like a couch full of candy. Where if it's like, how much did you spend on that? I'm like, $15. Yeah. I'll be going to Freddy's instead. Because the honest to God grocery store is way more packed with, there's another bug, packed with a lot more people. A lot more people I don't understand because, well, they don't really speak English very well. and their culture kind of confuses me. But, well, that's neither here nor there. That was just, you know. I try to understand it, but they seem to defy logic. Efficient logic is probably what I should say. Efficient logic. Because then they're doing everything logical. This is what you do. You go to the cheap store around that basically is wholesale. It's not Costco. It's actually something more local. You make it a family event because that's what it is. You go buy cheap food and you bring your 9 kids and you have a caravan of carts. That's what you do. No. But anyways, that sandwich is done. I like this peanut butter and honey stuff from Skippy. It's really good. So anyways, yeah, I'm probably making people more hungry. Part of the little venting thing today is things have been going kind of smooth here after the move. I mean, yeah, I've had the stress of the roommate, and she's harder to read than Twilight sober. So I just, you know, I have difficulty reading people as is, but she takes the cake. I have no idea what she's thinking. She says one thing and then but what I perceive from her body language, which I'm not good at, is something completely different. Like looking down at the ground, kind of returned inward. I'm like, you know, I'm having a really good day. I'm like, you know, it doesn't take, you know, a neurotypical to realize that somehow you're embarrassed or you feel beaten by something. And I don't get it. Let's see if we can do that. No, I'm not going to try to do this daily. Anyways, so yeah, I'm going to finish up this one before I start on my dailies. Because I want to try to skedaddle out of here, at least over to friend's house, because at least if the kids come knocking and don't have candy, it's their house, not mine. And they have to answer the door, not me. Or if the knocking just gets incessant because the kids don't understand English and can't read their note that says, we don't have candy, we need to pay rent. Because they tend to live in a more Latino community. Yeah. If they don't get it, then they might just, you know. We had that last year. No, not last year. A couple years ago, up in the apartment before last. There was, it was either the kids couldn't read the sign because either they were, 1, too young, and their parents didn't come up with them because we were on the 3rd floor, or they could read the sign, but they felt entitled to, it doesn't matter what the sign says, I need my dumb candy. Because, you know, there was one time where I opened the door and I was like, you've been knocking for 5 minutes. Did you not read the sign? And the kids are like, sign says you have no candy. Yeah, we have no candy. Trick or treat. I have no candy to give you. And they stood there like, it didn't dawn on them that candy could not be given out by someone. And their parents didn't tell them this. Go figure. I'm going to rant on a holiday. A holiday that, by all means, technically is a valid holiday for me. Technically, this holiday transcends religions. And nobody gets it off. Like, maybe the schools will have, you know, a half day. You know. No offense to New York. You guys have the day off today, but there's a reason for that. You know, or the Northeast in general. You guys have the day off because flooding. But out the rest of us, you know, I don't get the day off. Maybe a half day. But, you know, banks aren't closed. Malls don't close early. You know, look at it. If you don't want to see bugs, wait till I talk again. There, I'm back. No bugs. Just in case you're curious about seeing a giant bug crawling on my screen outside my window. What the hell is it? At least let me look at it from the other. Yeah, I don't know. We've got bugs all over the place, and it might be due to the nature preserve that's nearby.